Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about how to boost your fertility with a fertility or hormone detox. So first of all, let's talk about what a fertility or hormone detox is. During a hormone detox, you eat holistic, nutrient-packed foods that leave you satisfied and your body replenished. You emphasize rest and positive self-care, and you track your body's responses to the process. So welcome. If you haven't met me before, my name is Margot, and I struggled to conceive for nearly 3 years. Eventually, I was able to conceive naturally at the age of 40 and give birth to my healthy baby girl. I am passionate about supporting other women like you on your fertility journey because I know how hard and challenging it can be, how isolating and frustrating it can feel. I was able to improve my health dramatically by reducing my body's toxic load, and I want to share that with you. So if you haven't already downloaded the 3-day fertility detox guide, you can find it in the Facebook group up in the files section, and I pinned it up there as well. If you have any trouble finding that or downloading that, you can reach out to me, you can email me, and I'll help you out. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, how to get started with the guide. So after you download it, you can check it out. There are drinks, basic breakfast, lunch, and dinner recipes for each day in the guide. You can go shopping if you haven't already. Also, it's really helpful to just clean out the junk in the refrigerator or the pantry. This process will really help you to mentally prepare yourself for the change that you're going to undertake. It's also good to clean up your environment. Ditch the plastic water bottles and the storage containers, use filtered water, and be cautious with canned foods. Look for BPA free. It's always best to use your own fresh or frozen foods if possible. Reduce your intake of conventional meats and seafood because they contain added hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides. Try to get local produce as much as possible, or natural meats if you can, by pasture-raised, grass-fed, wild-caught meats and seafood. Then you want to take a look at your beauty and personal care items. Detoxing those. There are several environmental toxins often found in these products. So after you've taken a look at your items, then you can go ahead and follow the suggested daily schedule. In the morning, you can start off with some lemon water before breakfast. And also, I always teach my clients a daily energy routine to really get your energies moving for you. And a quick example of that is based on the Chinese traditional medicine. There's acupuncture, acupressure points all throughout the body. And one point in particular is the end point of the kidney meridian. And tapping or massaging this point can really get all your energies moving forward. And it's just under your collarbone. So if you find your little bony parts in your collarbone, you go down and out about an inch, you'll feel a little indent or little place there. You can massage or tap vigorously. You want to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and that really helps get your energies going. The kidney meridian is really important, especially in fertility. But this is a great one to do even every day, even throughout the day when you get that afternoon slump. All right, and then back to the suggested daily routine. Midday, if you know about, oops, the slides switched on me. Dry brushing your skin, that's a great way to get the lymphatic system moving. You can always have a snack. Berries are great antioxidants and energy booster. And then if you need a little pick-me-up after lunch, go for either, well, even before lunch, maybe a green juice. And then after lunch, dandelion tea is great, or some protein balls. That's another good snack. And in the evening, maybe take some chamomile tea to help you naturally unwind. And before bed, remember to turn your electronic devices off at least an hour before bed. Really getting into a nighttime routine can help your sleep. You can also massage your legs and feet with magnesium oil, and bonus if you can do a meditation. All right. So here are some tips for successful detox. And remember, you're allowing and supporting your body's natural ability to detox. This is not about doing some crazy thing where you starve yourself and only drink a juice or something like that. This is really supporting your body to naturally do what it needs to do, and just kind of saying no and turning off things that are not necessary, taking a couple days to do this, a week, whatever you have time-wise, but really taking time to prioritize yourself. So a great suggestion is to start a journal during this process if you don't already have one, and just notice how you feel. Maybe first thing in the morning, set aside 5 minutes and just write how you feel. You could set an intention for your day, or maybe at the end of the day. A great practice is to list 3 things that you're grateful for. Just something to think about. All right. And also, it's important to realize you're going to shed what no longer serves you physically and emotionally. So sometimes having your journal, writing out your thoughts can really help you process that. And then remember to eat or drink every 3 hours or so to stabilize your blood sugar. Protein, sometimes women don't get enough protein, so make sure you're getting enough protein. And then also, if you want to drink a green drink, or if you have chlorophyll that you can add to your water, or green powder or something to your smoothie to get some extra minerals and vitamins that way. And also notice your bowel movements. It's really important for fertility to have regular daily bowel movements. It's also important for detoxifying the body, because if we don't rid our body of the excess, what happens is excess hormones, estrogen, can get reabsorbed back into our system, and that can lead to estrogen dominance and really just imbalance all the hormones. So it's really good to have regular bowel movements. If you have trouble going, a suggestion could be some lemon water, or there's certain teas to help. You want to really support your liver and alkalize your body. And then at night, maybe you want to take a bath with some Epsom salts, or involve some essential oils. I like lavender to help calm you. And also make sure you're sweating a little bit every day. It could be just a light exercise. Jumping on a rebounder is a great thing to do. Also good for your lymphatic system, or even just going for a walk if you have access to a sauna, or yoga or swimming, any of those things to get your heart rate moving. All right. So let's talk about the specific benefits for fertility detox, now that you know what it looks like and some steps to take. And again, that guide has this all laid out, so you don't have to worry about taking notes. Why every woman needs a fertility detox. So we're being exposed to these endocrine disrupting chemicals on a daily basis. They're found in our cosmetics, our personal care products, house cleaning items, just to name a few. And these endocrine disruptors cause an imbalance in our female sex hormones by introducing non-endogenous estrogen, the estrogen-like molecules in our body. And an example of this is birth control. So that just means there are external things that we're consuming that can mess up our hormones, basically. So birth control pills are considered endocrine disruptors and have the same negative effect on our natural hormone balance. So as with all hormones, there's a delicate balance between the main female reproductive hormones, progesterone and estrogen. So this overload of often external estrogen causes an imbalance known as estrogen dominance, as I mentioned earlier. And this imbalance may cause you to have irregular periods, increasing your risk of infertility. So the liver is responsible for clearing out excess estrogen and maintaining the balance of reproductive hormones. But when we're exposed to this mass endocrine disruptors in the environment, then the liver can get overworked easily and can't keep up and can get less efficient in clearing out this excess estrogen. So that's why we need the fertility detox. So we can cleanse the liver really support what it does naturally, give it a break from the overload of estrogen so that it has more time to catch up and function properly, so that it can allow itself to restore balance in reproductive hormones and increase fertility. So a detox restores hormonal balance. Any endocrine disrupting chemicals that mess up the balance of our hormones need to be detoxed, and not only to improve fertility, but also for our general health. These molecules are known as xenoestrogens because they mimic this endogenous estrogen and have the same effects on the body. They are found in plastics, shampoos, personal care products, food, cleaning supplies, and cosmetics. Too much estrogen, no matter where it comes from, can lead to an imbalance of the female reproductive hormones, also known as estrogen dominance. So it throws off the regulated production and release of hormones during the cycle, leading to a multitude of complications in the body. So here are some signs that you may identify with. Let me know in the chat below if you're watching this. Do you experience absent periods? Maybe your periods have just gone away for a little while, or maybe you have difficult periods. Have you had difficulty conceiving? Maybe you've been diagnosed with endometriosis, fibroids or cysts. Do you have PCOS? Do you have hot flashes or night sweats? Maybe you feel exhausted all the time. Maybe you have skin issues, digestive issues, weight gain, especially around the middle. There's many more symptoms, but these are just certain signs of a hormonal imbalance. So another benefit of a detox is that it improves egg health. So of course, anything that disrupts the delicate balance of our reproductive hormones can affect fertility. Multiple studies that looked into the effects of BPA, a common endocrine disruptor found in plastics, found that women undergoing IVF who were exposed to higher levels of BPA, had a much lower rate of a successful pregnancy compared to those with lower exposure to BPA. These women also had a lower number of egg cells that were able to mature. So to detox from these endocrine disrupting chemicals and toxins, try to limit or avoid the use of plastic containers, swap them out for glass, ceramic, stainless steel, or other natural materials. You can even buy or make your own toxic-free personal care products, such as shampoo, hand soap, lotion, and other household cleaning products as well. You want to use products that either have a natural fragrance from essential oils, no scent at all, because remember, fragrance and perfume often contain hidden endocrine disruptors. And if you're in the Facebook group, I posted a list of more information about how to avoid toxin products. So check that out as well. All right, so a detox supports healthy estrogen metabolism. Again, the liver is the organ responsible for detoxifying the body, one of the organs, biggest organ, and it helps to get rid of these excess or harmful molecules. And this is where estrogen gets metabolized and prepared for excretion. However, with the levels of both these endogenous and non-endogenous estrogen, so naturally made in the body or ones that are externally introduced in the body, the liver gets overloaded and just can't keep up and detoxify all these hormones in an efficient manner. So a little bit more about this. The metabolism of estrogen in the liver occurs in two phases, oxidation and conjugation. So the oxidation phase of estrogen, it's when estrogen is metabolizes estrogen in a way that inactivates the hormone and prepares it for the second phase of detoxification. During the second phase, the estrogen metabolite is broken down further so that it is easier for the body to excrete it through the urine or bile. And usually the liver is able to complete this first phase, but if it's overloaded, it may have trouble with the second phase where the excretion takes place. And the problem here is that by the end of phase one, something called a free radical is produced, which is even more toxic than the estrogen itself. So a buildup of these free radicals in the body can lead to numerous diseases, including uterine fibroids, polycystic ovarian syndrome or PCOS, endometriosis, and all of these can negatively impact fertility and reproductive health. So what does that mean in layman's terms? It means that extra inflammation is really an issue with infertility. Basically, here's a great picture I found of a normal cell there, and you can see what happens when oxidative stress that gets built up and deteriorates a cell. So what this is, elevated levels of inflammation in the body and oxidative stress cause this imbalance, and that's what negatively affects the sperm and egg health and quality, which then reduces fertilization and conception rates. So all these fertility challenges that you may experience, like PCOS and endometriosis, and there's other issues, autoimmune issues as well, can really be tied back to chronic inflammation in the body. And that's why it's so important to reduce inflammation when you're trying to conceive and just for your overall health. So what is this oxidative stress and inflammation, and why does it matter? So there's studies to back this up that found that over 70% of females with unexplained infertility have high levels of inflammation and oxidative stress. And when it comes to men, it's a similar story. Increasing and their circulating markers of inflammation in their bloodstream can show oxidative stress as well, which can contribute to male factor infertility. Why? Well, they lead to DNA fragmentation, which is a key contributor to poor fertilization rates and low rates of the blastocyst formation and recurrent early pregnancy loss. Also, low-grade inflammation in the body and oxidative stress are unfortunately not routine procedures in fertility pathology. If you go to your doctor, they may not check these things. So often the only sign of these underlying conditions may be poor egg quality, poor fertilization rates, recurrent implantation failure, or miscarriage. So how can we fix this? How can we reduce this inflammation and oxidative stress in our body? Well, thankfully, there are a number of ways that we can dampen this chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. Research has found that these can be highly effective and enhance fertility and increase pregnancy success. And one of the ways is doing a detox. So that is another huge benefit. So to help your liver detox all of this excess dangerous estrogen metabolites, try to include more fiber in your diet to promote the excretion of these molecules through the bile. Make sure to avoid any meat and dairy that comes from animals that are fed hormones, and eat a lot of antioxidants to help fight off these free radicals. So a detox can help recover your periods. Women introduce endocrine disrupting chemicals in their bodies daily, like I mentioned. But perhaps the most direct method is through the birth control pill. When a woman has been on the birth control for a long time, then suddenly decides to stop taking it, she may experience something called post-birth control syndrome, a condition where you just can't get your hormones balanced, and maybe you don't get your period back after taking the pill. So this post-birth control syndrome causes symptoms such as cystic acne, hair loss, sometimes anxiety and depression, even issues with the digestive system. However, the worst is that it may be difficult to get your period back, which can be a symptom of amenorrhea. And this, of course, poses a problem for fertility. So birth control pills really prevent your body from making its own reproductive hormones because there's no need. The pill supplies a synthetic hormone for you. And once you stop the pill, it can take a long time for your endocrine system to return to normal and produce these hormones at adequate levels again. And in many cases, birth control is actually prescribed, not only to prevent pregnancy, but to alleviate symptoms such as irregular periods, acne, unusual hair growth. These can be symptoms of serious underlying conditions of either your endocrine system, your reproductive system, oftentimes PCOS or endometriosis, both of which can affect fertility. So by taking birth control, these symptoms might subside, but there's still a root cause under there, which is still a problem. These other conditions are just symptoms of the underlying root cause. All right, so let's take a look at actually how to ditch these toxins. So here are some toxin-free organic skincare tips. Coconut oil. It can be used as a moisturizer and a natural makeup remover. Rosehip seed oil contains several antioxidants, helps combat these signs of aging as well. Tea tree oil can help treat acne and dry out blemishes. You can mix honey and coffee or organic raw sugar to make a natural scrub for your skin. And activated charcoal can help draw out impurities, such as dirt, makeup, or pollutants from pores. And then lavender essential oil can calm down any irritation or redness on the skin. For using essential oils, just remember to use a carrier oil with it, such as coconut oil. And then let's take a closer look at household cleaning products. Try switching out your chemical-filled cleaning products for more natural ingredients. And it's actually really easy. I have a homemade shower scrub and a spray that I love using. I can share the recipe if you're interested. But here's a couple ways that you can make your own products. Using lemon juice with salt can make a great dish scrub for those tough stains on pots and pans. You can also mix vinegar with water for a multi-purpose cleaner, use it on glass and floors and countertops, and add your own essential oils for a little natural scent. And then to clean wood surfaces, olive oil with vinegar and water is great. Put baking soda in your fridge to help get rid of odors. And then you can mix baking soda and warm water to clean soap scum from sinks and tubs. All right, now let's look at 5 steps to detox your body for healthy hormones. So first of all, mindful eating. Really take a look at your diet closely, because oftentimes our diet, even seemingly healthy foods, may be contributing to underlying inflammation in the body. We might be reacting to something and not even know it. So really taking a close look at your diet, I often suggest during a detox is you use a food diary to write down how you feel after you eat certain foods. And then number 2, cut out toxins, like I already mentioned, cleaning up your environment from these hormone disruptors. Step number 3, exercise. As I mentioned earlier, making sure you're doing something every day, get your heart rate up, jumping on a rebounder, going for a walk, doing yoga, or swimming are great, gentle ways. And then sleep. Sleep is so critical. I probably should have put this as number 1. Get consistent, high quality, restorative sleep. Poor sleep just has such an effect on women, especially for our hormones. And it's really important the time that you go to bed that you can ideally go to bed between 10 and 11. The hours from Chinese medicine, the hours between 10 and 12 midnight actually are really crucial. We get more restoration in our body from sleeping during that time because our energy systems, they have to work on detoxifying and processing. The liver high time is in the night in the middle of the night. So we have to be asleep to let our body restore itself. And oftentimes when your cortisol is high and your adrenals are out of whack, oftentimes people get up, especially between 2 and 4 in the morning. And that's a really good sign that either your blood sugar is out of balance or your adrenals are fried, that you're too stressed. So really taking steps, taking some meditation. I have a guided meditation I share with my clients. Whatever you can do to help yourself sleep, especially during this little time that you're setting aside for you for your detox, is so crucial. All right, and then the last way is journaling, as I mentioned, like a food diary, but also emotions. A gratitude journal, something you appreciate during the day. It can really have a profound effect on your mind-body system. All right, and then I'm going to share another way. So it's so important that we balance our nervous system. I'm going to share with you a little energy medicine technique, but why this is important. So many of us operate in our sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight. Even if we have inflammation in the body, we might not even be aware or notice that we're stressed. But let's say our gut, maybe we have leaky gut and little particles are getting into our bloodstream and our body is attacking those particles, and it doesn't know that, maybe the seemingly healthy food we're having a reaction to. And so the inflammation builds up, and it's like the body saying, I have to protect you, I have to protect you. And this causes the fight or flight response in the body. Inflammation is basically a result of the body trying to protect against invaders, but sometimes it can turn on itself in autoimmune and try to protect cells that should be in the body. So either way, it's really important to regulate your nervous system. Take your body out of fight or flight, transition to rest and digest, or the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is really a key pillar at the core of what I teach my clients, because you can't procreate until your nervous system is regulated and in that parasympathetic or rest and digest state. So here's a great exercise that I'm going to share with you. It works on a system from Chinese medicine called triple warmer, and triple warmer is known as our great defender. And sometimes it can get a little bit heightened and we have to calm it down because some of the stressors, maybe they're not really a threat, but we just have this pattern of feeling like they're a threat. So we have to just remind our whole body to calm down. All right, so without further ado, feel free to practice along with me. You're just going to use your hands. You can rub them together and shake them off to get any excess static. Our hands, by the way, have electromagnetic power. You know, when you use your touch screen, it doesn't work if you have a glove because you need that contact. You need that natural electromagnetic energy from our hands. And that's how it can affect and influence the meridians and other energy pathways in the body. All right, so we're going to place our fingertips on our temples to start and take a deep breath in and out here through the nose, out through the mouth. And on your next inhale, you're going to bring your fingertips up over the temples and around your ears. And in fact, let's do that once more. Inhale up and around. And then hang your hands on the back of your shoulders. Maybe give yourself a little massage there. Take a breath in and out. And then sweep your hands over your heart. And notice how you feel. You can practice that several times. And whenever you're feeling extra anxious or stressed, it can really help to calm you down. So let me know if you practiced that and how it made you feel. So back to hormones. So hormones are everything. They're involved in every aspect of your health. You need them in specific amounts in your body in order to function optimally. Hormone imbalances may increase your risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other health conditions. Of course, aging and other factors that affect hormones beyond your control, but there are several steps that you can do to help manage your hormone levels. Consuming nutritious foods, exercising regularly, and engaging in other health-promoting behaviors such as meditating, getting enough sleep can really go a long way toward improving your hormonal health. And for you, maybe this is showing up, this imbalance in your body is showing up as you can't get pregnant. And that's why you're here possibly, and you want to address that. But the infertility is really just a symptom. It's an indicator. Fertility overall is really a sign of vitality in the body. So if you can't get pregnant, there's usually something going on underneath. So even if you go for IVF, there's no guarantee that that's going to work because you haven't addressed the underlying issue. And you want to really address that now, not only so you can get pregnant, but also so you don't have a health crisis later in life. So what happens if you do nothing? Nothing changes, your hormones stay a hot mess, you keep doing the same thing over again, you're going to get the same results, you're not going to be able to get pregnant, and you're going to stay stressed about your health. So it's really important that you take action. You need to do something different to improve your fertility, or your situation is not going to change. That underlying health condition or imbalance that's causing your infertility is not going to change on its own. So I'm going to share a very cost-effective method that will end up saving you money on expensive fertility treatments such as IVF. So like I mentioned, diet has such a huge impact on fertility. And I provide specific dietary recommendations that reduce inflammation and optimize the body for pregnancy success. If your body is under attack by these seemingly healthy foods, your body wants to survive and not procreate, which puts your reproductive health on the back burner. That's that fight or flight mode that your body gets in. And when you consume foods that are right for your body, you decrease inflammation and your fertility starts to come back online. So what if you could feel amazing again? Imagine waking up feeling rested, light on your feet, and ready to take on the day without hormonal hell. You can balance your mood and improve the way you feel. Oftentimes, skin issues clear up, your digestion improves. Maybe you experienced gas and bloating before. PMS symptoms can improve, your sleep improves. And you can enjoy incredibly filling, flavorful, and energy-boosting foods. You can reclaim your fertile body and start to feel like yourself again. So I would like to introduce to you your new fertile life in my 28-day fertility course. You can seize this moment now. You have the opportunity to nourish and cleanse your body, make it ready for you and your precious baby. Everything you need to start and maintain a fertility boosting diet and get your body prepared to be pregnant. Are you ready to change everything for the better? I know you can do it, and it's up to you to get the results. If you don't do anything now, the problem is just going to keep going. So no more excuses. There's never a good time. So why not start now? You can make a real commitment to yourself. Put yourself first. Put your fertility first. Rid yourself of the toxic excess that's stuck in your bloodstream and your fat cells. So as you move through this 28-day fertility course, I know you'll feel amazing in no time. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. You'll never have to order out again. I'll teach you how to buy the right things, which makes shopping for good, delicious food that much easier. Discover, engage your hormonal health, and learn what supplements to support your body. Learn about charting your menstrual cycle, ovulation, and identifying your fertile window. So take back your health and balance your hormones so that you can get pregnant. You're not the first person to struggle with diet and hormonal disruption, and you won't be the last. Every day I meet people just like you who find themselves crashing in the afternoon. They're exhausted, grouchy. They just can't seem to get it right. And nothing helps give them energy without getting solid sleep. So nothing is more frustrating when you truly want to make the necessary changes to your life and your diet, but you don't know how. But with the right tools and the best know-how, it becomes a part of your natural day-to-day habits and routine. It becomes effortless. So when should you start? The hardest part of getting healthy is just beginning. The idea of restricting yourself sounds scary. So sometimes we can compare it to giving up our freedom, but you aren't. Every time you drink a soda or pop or consume something with corn syrup, you get more and more addicted to it. That's giving up your freedom. Going against what we're taught because people aren't comfortable with change. Sure, it's easy for family and friends to criticize or maybe make fun of you if you start meatless Mondays, but later on, maybe they'll ask you why your skin's glowing and why you went down a jean size. Just a little added bonus, as well as conceiving. So it's not giving into a fad. You know, there's a bunch of diet schemes out there, but this isn't one of that. This is going to give you real whole foods and get you results as long as you stick to the program. So I want to share Sarah and her story. So one of my clients, she worked with me and she struggled with fertility issues, and now she has a healthy baby boy. And she said that she truly believes energy medicine and working with me with my guidance through the program really helped her achieve her dream of becoming a mother. So I want to talk about who's a good fit for this program. So any woman trying to get pregnant, even if you're over 40, maybe you have poor egg quality, maybe you've had failed IVF or IUI cycles, perhaps you have diminished ovarian reserve, maybe you have PCOS or fibroids, perhaps you have low AMH or high FSH, maybe you have endometriosis, or maybe you've miscarried before. My heart goes out to you. Maybe you have unexplained infertility, or you have other complicated conditions, autoimmune, gut, digestive issues. Who's not a good fit? So if you've already gone through menopause or you're over 50, you'll still gain health benefits, but fertility is probably not the goal. If you have both tubes that are severely blocked and you're not pursuing medical intervention, this can help with some cases of blocked tubes, but if they're severely blocked, it may not help. And if you're not actually willing to follow the program and commit to your health, then it's not a good fit. Another common question I get is, how long will it take to see results? So the sooner you start, the better. You don't need to wait to start for any reason. Generally, women get results between 3 and 6 months. The soonest I've ever ever seen a client get pregnant was only after 1 month. But if you're preparing for IVF or a medicated cycle, I recommend doing the program 3 months in advance. It can still help you right away, even if you're already in the middle of your treatments. It's never too late to start. Will you get personalized support? Of course, absolutely. You can ask me questions anytime throughout the program. You can email me, and you can also schedule your consult during the program. What are your success rates? Well, I can't provide an accurate number of success rates because not everybody that goes through the program comes back and tells me what's going on. I don't track the results, but I can say that you are increasing your chance of getting pregnant by following this program diligently. You will improve your health and learn so much more about your hormones and nutrition. You only stand to gain and you have nothing to lose. Am I limited to vegetables and salads? Absolutely not. A common misconception about clean eating is that your options are limited, and this is simply untrue. There are plenty of options, and really you'll get an incredible amount of protein. Foods that are filling, they're fibrous, and they're easy for your body to process more than processed foods. So trust me, you'll be eating a lot more than just fruits and salads. And also, if you're vegetarian, there's an option for meat or without meat. All right, so let's talk about the program, 28-day fertility course. So with this program, there is a complete layout and step-by-step guide that walks you through the program, the resources, and it'll help you become healthier, happier before and after your pregnancy. And included in this program are 32 fertility boosting recipes designed to give your body the nutrition it needs to prepare both your body and also your baby when you do get pregnant. And then there's a 28-day suggested meal plan. So this 4-week meal plan has all the recipes that you need, and also it includes the corresponding shopping list. So it's done for you. You don't even have to think. It's really easy to use. And the details of this, so it's the self-paced course. You get the guide, you get video tutorials, you get the recipes, the meal plan, the shopping list, and also you get an individual coaching session with me. Plus, you get bonuses, the essential things to do before pregnancy, the best supplements during pregnancy, as well as charting your cycle, a guide. So total value is at least $500, but I'm offering right now an offer of only $147 US. I'll put the link below, so if you're interested, you can read more about it. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach out to me. I invite you to also book your free Boost Your Fertility Breakthrough call. If you haven't done so yet, I'm offering a free 30-minute consult to anyone that may need help on their journey and maybe is interested in working with me. I do have several options. This fertility course is really a great low-cost option, and I have other ones as well, depending on your individual needs. So if you do book a call during this session, we're going to talk about where you are in your fertility journey, where you want to be, and then we'll talk about, I'll give you my top 3 recommendations. And then if it makes sense, later in the call, we'll talk about what it might look like to work together. This is not a hard sales push or anything like that. I truly want to help you and get you on the right journey, whether it's with me or another practitioner, whatever makes the most sense for you. I just invite you to do something different, take action in one way or another. So that's all I have. I'll share the link below. And I just wanted to thank you all for your time. I hope you learned something. I hope you do something different to really support yourself. I just want you to take the time for yourself to change so that you can feel better in your body and that you're also able to uncover the root cause of your infertility so that you can have the baby of your dreams. So thank you again. And I am going to stop right now and pause and see if anyone has any questions. Let's see here, I'll check.